How many things have you started this year and never finished? That online course? That gym routine? That I'm totally gonna get straight A's this semester promise? Yeah, same. I was the king of starting strong and then silently ghosting my own goals. Until I learned a Japanese rule that honestly changed everything for me.
I'm a small YouTuber, and your support means the world to me. Please consider subscribing so you can stay with us on our upcoming videos.
It sounds simple, almost too simple, but it's why so many Japanese students, athletes, and even workers are able to stay consistent for years, not just a few hype-filled days. And once you understand it, you'll start finishing things you never thought you could. So let's break it down. 1. The rule. Finish the smallest possible step. There's a Japanese concept called kansatsu, which means observe. Then comes chisai kaizen, which means shrink it until it's finishable. Not perfect, not impressive, just finishable. You know how we sit down to study and go, okay, I'm gonna do this entire chapter, 2 essays, and maybe solve world hunger. Yeah, that's how burnout is born. Japanese students do something different. They ask, what is the smallest step I can finish right now? Not the whole assignment, not the whole workout, just the smallest step. And here's the crazy part. Finishing small steps triggers a psychological loop in your brain that makes you want to keep going. It's like tricking yourself into momentum. Copy this. Before starting anything, write down one tiny goal. Not study chemistry. Translates to read 1 page. Not clean my room. Translates to pick up 5 things. Not write an essay. Translates to write 1 sentence. Mini cliffhanger. But here's where it gets even more interesting. 2. The brain loves closure more than motivation. Your brain gets a dopamine release every time you complete a task, no matter how tiny. Japanese students lean into this. They don't wait for motivation. They manufacture momentum by creating easy wins. Ever wonder why they finish homework on time? Why they don't procrastinate as hard as the rest of us? It's because they're constantly completing microtasks. And every microtask says to the brain, let's do another one. It's the opposite of what most students do. We start with the hardest tasks, get overwhelmed, burn out, quit. Finishing small keeps you going. Failing big makes you stop. Copy this. Use the 2-minute rule. If a task takes 2 minutes, do it now. Break everything into micro chunks. Track every small win so your brain sees progress. Mini cliffhanger. But this Japanese rule isn't just about shrinking tasks. There's a second part almost nobody talks about. 3. The ritual of kakari. Start before you feel ready. Kakari means starting the task before your brain has time to negotiate. You know that voice that says, not now, I'm tired, I'll start after lunch, I'll start after 1 more episode. Yeah, kakari bypasses all of that. Japanese students are taught, start immediately, even badly, even for 30 seconds. Because once you've started, your brain hates stopping. It prefers completion. That's the Zeigarnik effect. Copy this tonight. When you sit down to study, start within 10 seconds. Don't prepare, don't think, don't warm up. Read 1 sentence. Solve 1 problem. Write 1 line. Boom! You've started! The hardest part is over! Mini cliffhanger. But there's still one more piece. The part that makes this rule actually stick for months, not just a week. 4. The shime. Always end with a win. Shime means closing, ending your session on a high note. Japanese students do something genius. They end study sessions when things are going well, not when they're drained. Why? Because it makes you want to come back. You're not returning to pain, you're returning to progress. But most of us stop when we're tired, frustrated, or stuck. So the next day feels even harder. And we put it off, and then it never gets finished. Copy this. Stop studying before you're exhausted. Leave something easy for tomorrow. Close your laptop while you're still in flow. It feels weird at first, but trust me, it's addictive in the best way. Mini cliffhanger. And now, the final part, the mindset shift that glues everything together. 5. Kaizen isn't about big results. It's about zero quits. Kaizen gets misunderstood a lot. People think it means improve every day, but the real meaning is much simpler. Never stop. Even if you go slow, even if you stumble, just don't quit. Japanese progress culture isn't about working harder than everyone. It's about working smaller than everyone, but doing it every day. And that's why they finish what they start. They don't depend on motivation, or discipline, or willpower. They depend on tiny wins, quick starts, easy finishes, no quitting. How to apply this starting today. Choose one project you've been putting off and do the smallest possible action. One sentence, one page, one push-up, one drawer. Finish it. Close it. End with a win. Do the same thing tomorrow and the next day. That's it. That's the Japanese rule.